Alright, hello, and welcome to a game called Life and Adventure. You'll notice this is a little different than my normal, but it's still a pretty cool game we're checking out here. It's recommended again by, oh crap, I forgot your name, I'm so sorry. Give me one quick second. I want to make a shout out because it's, yeah, definitely a great recommendation because it seems like a very neat RPG with multiple choices and all kinds of sorts of neat features. Yeah, shout out to Dan. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate the recommendation. And we'll get in here and check this out in just one sec. But let me tell you what the game is about. Besides being an RPG, it's got going on an adventure. It's an immersive text-based missions and challenges. We'll utilize various weapons to fight with, and it's got incremental missions, not like not an incremental game, but missions playable in various difficulties. We'll encounter multiple epilogues, so there's a lot of epilogues if you want to see them all, because you got to create or you got to go through the game and make smart choices. Otherwise, you may end up doing something you don't want. And there's also a leaderboard if you want to do that sort of stuff. But this is a mobile game, or you can get it from their website on their launcher or whatever. But I got the mobile version, and we're checking it out. So let's do it. I had to check it out via BlueStacks. That's the only option I had. Alright, aspiring to be a great adventurer with the sound of a magnificent trumpet, a strong-looking individual was... Hang on one second. Let me pause right there. Alright. A strong... Where are we at? A strong-looking... A strong individual was escorted to a platform. The individual slowly knelt before the king. Everyone in the kingdom will remember your adventure. Gaze upon this one, people. This adventurer here is our country's hero. With the king's decree, the crowd went wild. Ever since you witnessed the event with your own eyes, you dreamt of becoming an honorable adventurer. Instead of inheriting your father's farm, years have passed, and that dream still remains in your heart to this day. It finally motivated you to start your own adventure. Alright, we start out with 10 gold, short bow, and hide armor. Alright, there's our gear. Already equipped. 10 bucks. Begin. Let us go. Oh, you find a broken stagecoach slightly off the road. It's damaged, but the cargo is well packaged and intact. We can examine. Oof. 47% chance. Did we do it? Oh, wow. Not bad. Success. You decide to search the broken stagecoach for things that might be of use. Oh, you can simulate battle. What's Adventurers Guild's benefits? Probably some premium currency, like most of these games have. Since it's free to play, it's gonna have ads in it and all that pay to win or pay to play BS. We got a 99% chance to win this battle. That is a monkey goblin. I don't ever think I've seen something like that. Monkey goblin. That's crazy. Alright. I mean, the pixel art is great. Dude, it's great style. It's already got that adventure feel to it. It feels great. I don't know, I like it. Alright, we could abandon battle, roll the dice, 1 to 20, or the D20. Or we could skip a dice. I don't know what that's for. Roll it. We got a 5. You dodge. We got a critical. Okay, I'm not sure how that was supposed to play out like that. I mean, I understand what happened, but why did it... We rolled the dice once, we get a 5. Look, I don't play D&D, so I don't know if if those rules apply here or whatever. But, yeah. Alright, we got 1 XP. Wow. That's such a great reward. 10 gold, and then I guess a bonus of 50. Alright, you kill all the monkey goblin. Well, there's only one. And roughly clean the blood off your weapon and set the stagecoach inside the stagecoach are miscellaneous bits and pieces and a little bit of gold. You put aside the worthless junk and take the gold. Alright, so this was in there. This is from the battle. Okay, I understand. That's why it says victory rewards. What is this? This is health. This is stamina. We got our stats. Cock-a-doodle-doo! You see a chicken running around with its tail on fire? It is wearing a strange necklace engraved with runes. Oof. Disenchant it? Put out the fire. I mean, we gotta put out the fire. It's a poor little chicken. You try many different ways to put out the fire. You throw dirt over the chicken and try to be dipping in the river, but the flames simply grow larger. Must be like some magical flames or something. Until it burns the chicken to a crisp. Well, we're having dinner tonight. You leave the small pile of ashes behind the oh, it's nope. Never mind. There's nothing left. Well, I tried, chicken. I really tried. You meet a wandering artist. He tells you that he wanders from place to place, searching for the perfect inspiration for a masterpiece. What should I paint? The artist asks you in a deeply worrying face, staring at his blank sketchbook. Why don't you paint a blank page on that page? Eh? How about a landscape painting? You point toward a beautiful scenery visible far away. A landscape painting? Are you crazy? Well, it definitely isn't bad, but won't it be a bit too simple? Though he does start painting the landscape like you said. The doubtful look on his face is telling you that he is not satisfied. At last, after staring at the painting, he drew for a while. He trashes the painting and starts screaming, ripping off his hair. Good God, this isn't it! You run away from him since a certain amount of insanity. I would say so. No sane person is going to rip their hair out. Not willingly. You are feeling your way through a stone. I guess you ran off into a cave, through a stone cave with damp walls. The cave looks ominous, with countless fragments of adventurers' gear scattered across the floor. You are looking for tracks when a giant ant emerges from within the cave. Fight or run. We shall fight you. Time to die. Is our name Elf Guild? You are feeling your way. Oh, oops, I read that. You watch the giant ant's movements as you tighten your grip on your weapon. Got 86% chance to win this battle. Let's do it. Alright. Okay, there's these so we'll, okay, I think I understand now. So we're going to do a ranged attack. We're going to do bleed +1. We're going to do a swiftness attack as well. We also have fire resistance -1. So we get more fire damage. And then we also we receive less cold. Okay. And you're going to do climbing. Okay, evasion by 10%, and then you've got poison +1. I don't know if this times 1. I guess because that's amount of enemies. Instead of like throwing multiple enemies on the screen, it's multiplied by that number. Technically, it would be the same thing if you had multiple here, but still. Let's roll it up. 20. Perfect. You're dead. Oh, I didn't know you had so much health. Well, I still got plenty of health. I've got all my health, actually. Okay. Oh, we got knowledge of giant ant. I mean, that battle we're definitely not losing. We got the max score. The giant ant stumbles and falls to the ground. The giant ant stops moving entirely. Yeah, it's dead. We stomped it to death. Help! Someone please help! You hear a woman screaming in the distance. You rush over to find a broken down carriage and a woman on her knees surrounded by armed bandits. I mean, what if she's playing us for a fool? You ever do that one mission in San Andreas where somebody comes running up to you and basically you're played for a fool. She was lured into doing calling you over so the bad dudes can beat you up, even though you don't let them beat you up, you beat them up. But we're gonna run away. I don't trust you, lady. And if you're in terrible trouble, I am terribly sorry, but I gotta go. You slowly back away from the pack of glaring thieves, then you take off into the distance. Alright. There seems to be a commotion near the castle gates of a small city. As you walk near, wondering what's going on, you spot a guard shouting something in front of a crowd. The civilians begin murmuring, visibly worried about what the guard is saying. Every time there's a full moon, the adventurers that come to the city are being attacked. This must be the doing of the monster of the full moon. You carefully listen to the guard's speech. Long story short, they're rewarding whoever defeats this monster of the full moon. Luckily for you, there will be a full moon tonight. I'll do it, says I. You walk up to the guard, declaring that you will take the job. He looks you up and down and realizes that you are an adventurer. Then nods. Good. What a fool. All right. When you are done, find us at the guard's office. Our captain will get you your payment. Then he proceeds to tell you some information regarding the monster of the full moon. The creature is known to be a large beast covered in black fur. It can be found attacking travelers in the road that connects to the city. There's a hut somewhere far from the city. A hunter lives there. He used to bring us the remains of the victims, notifying us of the incident. Perhaps he knows more. You should ask him. Maybe he's the monster of the full moon. Yes, every time. I'm going to do it every single time. I promise you. After finishing, the guards leave, saying that he has other things to attend to. Oh, you can't stay. You can't come with me? You look around the city briefly before heading out. Find the hut. Investigate the road. Wow, that's a crap chance. Try to gather more info. Well, we might as well try to investigate try to gather more info first. Let's do that. Oh, we failed. You decide to question locals in the pub nearby to find out more about the monster of the full moon. But the place is filled with drunkards who know nothing helpful. Alas, you decide to give up and leave. Why didn't you just ask the bartender? They always have information available. You know, every RPG game they have info. Well, I guess we'll try the road then. We got zero skill at investigating. You decide to check the road where the attacks took place. Visible traces of the attack still linger around the road. Despite the time that has passed since, pieces of the broken stagecoach are scattered around the bushes, and blood, seemingly the victims, is splattered here and there. You also discover a set of footprints, presumably made by the monster of the full moon! But you fail to discern anything from them. You decide to head back to the city. Find the hut. It's our only option. You find the hut the guard told you about. It's located on top of a small hill, about 30 minutes away from the city. You knock at the oak wooden door. No matter how much you wait, you get no response. At last, you decide to barge in, throwing the wooden door open. To your surprise, the door isn't locked. It swings open immediately. Apparently, the owner of the house lives alone. You notice a small number of furniture. A portrait of a beautiful woman hung on one of the walls catches your eye. I hope that wasn't the woman that I left behind with the bandits. That'll be terrible. Who are you to enter someone else's house at your own will? You didn't answer the door. Go away! Then you hear the voice of an angry man from behind. As you turn around, there stands a bulky man wearing northern-style garments and animal pelts. This must be the hunter, not of the full moon, that the guard talked about. Oh no, I said hunter. I was thinking monster. I got that confused for a second. Anyway, moving on. I was commissioned by the guards. Oh, we're moving down. Alright. You tell him that the city guard gave you a job to hunt for size, as if he understands what you're up to. Walk north from here, and you'll find a cave. Go there. Not sure if it's the monster of the full moon. But that thing sure is ferocious. Who is that in the painting? You ask about the portrait on the wall, about the lady in the portrait. To be more precise, the hunter shoves you, entering the hut himself. He glances at the painting, then begins to tell you a story. Saddened. My wife lost her life to the monster you're hunting. I didn't deserve her. She got killed trying to protect me. The hunter stares at the painting for a while. As his gaze drops to the ground, you notice that his hair has turned white here and there, while his wife still holds her youth stuck inside the painting forever. Give him your condolences. I wonder if he's the monster. You know, like a werewolf type guy. You give the hunter. Oh, you give the hunter your controller. Says he only glares at you in response. If you have no more business, get the hell out of my house. I have nothing to say. He then takes out his weapon from the wardrobe and begins to clean them. Crossbow, spear, axe, all common weapons. Yet, on closer inspection, you notice that these weapons are nothing like the ones you could find in a local blacksmith. They're all painted black and have exceptionally sharp edges. The hunter continues to clean and sharpen them, diverting zero attention to you. Okay. Head to the cave. You leave the hut, heading to the cave the hunter mentioned. After walking for about an hour, you arrive at an entrance to a mossy cave. You notice a curious stench coming from the cave. Maybe there really is something in here. You carefully step into the cave. A thick darkness clouds your vision. Go deeper. You continue on. You continue on to the deeper part of the cave, pressing through the darkness. Each step you take intensifies the stench. After about 5 minutes, you notice something moving in the darkness. The next thing you realize is that you're thrown into the air. The beast hiding in the cave has ambushed you. You quickly manage to get on your feet, preparing to fight. The next attack follows soon after, accompanied by a ferocious howl. Oh no, a bear! 7%? Very inferior. The only way we're gonna win this is if we probably get a 20. Probably even still fail then. Roll it up. Don't get a 1. You get a 7. Wow. Alright. Dodge. Good dodge. Oof. That's a heavy hit. We're dead. I think we're supposed to fail here, right? Defeat. Health 1, Sanity 1. A wild bear that just woke up from its sleep is nothing short of a savage beast. At the verge of defeat, you manage to throw some dust in its eyes. Alright. I guess that'll work. I really wouldn't know. It thrashes about in pain, but is unable to stop you from escaping. That bear was hungry. 3 tomb raiders. You listen to 3 wanderers having a conversation. They speak of a tomb of ash and grief where the king of a fallen kingdom is buried. They plan to pay it a visit. You're just going to ask a random 3 tomb raiders? You know what? Screw it. Ask if you can join them. You greet the wanderers and ask if you can join them. They eye you suspiciously. But we don't know who you are. Why should we let you come? Speed? Show them your speed. It's a better chance, so... Oh my god, we actually got it. You ask him to strike you in order to demonstrate your speed. The most muscular one of the group steps in front of you. His fist comes flying toward you without a warning. You dodge it and land a counterblow on his body. The man clutches his stomach and backs away. One of the other wanderers greets you. We can certainly use your strength. Name's Enard. An adventurer like you is always welcome on the team. The Tomb of Ash and Grief is said to be terribly perilous. He introduces the two wanderers. The dwarf with the large beard is called Volga, and the muscular man is Nissel. They leave, promising to regroup with you after preparing for the journey. Okay, I hope so. You hear someone screaming close by. You head through some bushes toward the sound. You arrive and see a slime swallowing an herbalist. Oh, jeez. He sees you starts screaming for help. I mean, I'll help you. Kill the damn slime. You thrash the slime, it shakes and spits out the herbalist. Then it charges at you. The herbalist hastily thanks you and then runs off. Help me, you damn fool! I mean, I guess you're gonna win, but... Jackass! Nice. Get wrecked, slime. Dun, dun, dun. I like the little sound. Victory. Man, XP is low. You defeat the slime, it loses its shape and crumbles. The herbalist bow to you. Bow to you, yeah. Bow to you and thank you and left. First of all, I know this is probably dumb, but would the slime not get killed, just break apart and maybe reform or something? I don't know. It seems like you couldn't kill a slime. Especially with a damn sword. You just gotta slice right through it. It's like Jello or something. That's how I imagine it. Maybe fire. Melt it completely. Evaporate it. I don't know. What are slimes even made of? You arrive at a quiet coast. A refreshing sea breeze touches you. Somewhere, a beautiful voice singing can be heard. I don't think so. You're on a coast. That sounds like maybe a mermaid or some kind of tricky voice. What are those? There's a couple of things like that in a few games I played. There's one that tricks you. I think it's actually Elden Ring. It's those white bats. They usually sit around a bunch of other bats, but you can hear the voice singing or being very calm or something. And if you go near, you got a combat of that bat, which is pretty dangerous by itself. But then you got all the other bats, which aren't all that dangerous, but in a group they can be a bit overwhelming. Especially when you got that white bat, which is pretty dangerous, especially if you're underprepared. But anyway, we're gonna move on. You stare at the sea for a moment and move on. No, not today, mermaid. Or what are the other? What are they? Oh, there's something else they call those. In this, I forget what it's called. Not a banshee, but it's something that calls out the sailors. Let's see. You arrive at the shoreline where the sawagans are infested. According to a nearby fisherman, the number of sawagans has increased dramatically since the big earthquake a few days ago. You walk slowly on the sand and look around. You can hear the sound of the waves crashing in your ears. Why would you go into the sea? I'm gonna wait for the Sahuagin. Sahuagin. I don't know how you say that word. Sahuagin? Suhuagin? You should pretend on the coast and wait for the Sahuagin to appear. Fortunately, soon after, Sahuagins with tridents appear on the beach. They rush at you without a shout in an unknown language. I really thought they were gonna be some kind of like critter, not a or it's like a freaking Sauron, but it's a Sahuagin. You know the Saurians? I think the first place I've ever come across a Saurian was Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, ambassadors like to sit in packs on rocks and lay there, but they can be pretty dangerous in battle. Don't fight multiple. It's definitely never a good idea to fight multiple. All right, Sahuagin. Let's rock. 11. I'll call that pretty good. To be honest, I don't know what this is affecting. You got wrecked. Alright. You get rid of the Sahuagins who came at you. However, the remaining Sahuagin jumps into the sea and swims away. Excuse me. You jump into the sea after that. Why would you jump in? You might drown. The Sahuagin quickly becomes distant and disappears into the sea. Yeah, they're probably more prepared for the water than you are. You need to go deeper to follow. Oh yeah, let's just dive. And you need to find a way to breathe. Hold breath. Oh wow. That's your choice? I would have left and, screw it. Fail. You briefly come above the water, take a deep breath and dive. As you pass through the emerald landscapes, the surroundings get darker and darker. Just then, you feel your chest feel stuffy. You can't hold your breath any longer. You merely go up to the water, exhale, and move to the sandy beach. More things are needed to explore deep under the sea. You look at the sea. You look at the sea where the waves are crashing and wipe yourself. Excuse me. Then wipe yourself and leave. Voice is trying to give out. We're back to the 3 tomb raiders. You regroup with the wanderers and head for the tomb of the Ovashian Grief. A few days later, you arrive at its entrance. It is covered in dark, sticky vines. According to Enar, the treasure is hidden in a stone chamber at the center of the tomb. Nissel mutters under his breath, speaking as a jungler. These vines bother me. It feels like they are watching us. Volga laughs it off and swings his axe at one of the vines. I can just chop him! Ah! The vines wrap around him and take him off the ground before he can finish. Just like any dwarf to rush into battle. I mean, he chopped... Okay. Avoid the vines? Yeah, let's just leave Volga trapped. We could cut the vines, but exactly what Volga did, so no thanks. I'm gonna burn him. You try to burn the vines, but realize you don't have anything. Why would I even make that decision then? But you realize you don't have anything to start a fire with. You need a better idea. Avoid the vines. As the vines drag Volga into the darkness. Oh. Well, Volga is just gone. Sorry. You're just... Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to happen, but it's what happened. As the vines drag Volga into the darkness, you and the other two wanderers head for the stone chamber at the center. See ya, dwarf buddy. Enard catches his breath. Well, at least we made it in here alive. Neither of them seem to be concerned about the dwarf. Enard lights his lantern and inspects the chamber. Dusty cobwebs cover the walls. Are engraved with mystical geometric patterns. The three of you carefully travel inward. Soon you arrive at a small stone door. Something's on the other side. Nissel says nervously. Listen closely. You figure it out. Step aside, cowards. Damn. You focus and try to figure out what is happening on the other side of the door, but you don't hear anything. Step aside, cowards! You kick the door in. Thousands of bats swoop down from the ceiling and fly towards you. Oh, wow. Begin battle. 13% chance. We got a hell of a bat swarm. Oh, vampire bats to be exact. Great. High roll. Oh my god, what a shit roll. Maybe you'll win? Nope. Is this number showing me how much damage they're doing? Alright. So we've lost 1 health and another sanity. Where's sanity? Oh, this is probably sanity. Alright. You, Enard, and Nissel, you managed to make it through a narrow hallway, all the while being viciously bitten by winged rodents. After passing through a narrow hallway, you are faced with a giant stone door. The writing on it reads, "One shall pay in blood," and you notice a hole near the bottom large enough to fit 1 person. Oh my god. Open by force. First, I know we've just met these two recently, but... Poor Volga. We can't kill more people. Do it yourself. Open by force. Oh my god. With your incredible strength, you push the huge door. It creaks open slowly, emitting a sound of something breaking from the inside. Enard and Nissel silently stare at you. Stare at the sight, no longer trying to push each other aside. By the gods! As the dust is cleared, you see an obsidian coffin, an urn made of marble. The inside of the coffin is filled with gold, with a skeleton tightly holding some kind of blade in its arms. In the urns that surround the coffin are mummified intestines wrapped in linen. I'll take the sword. Oh, we got isn't that, oh, crap. What's his name? I forgot. The Excalibur. Right? That's Excalibur. Carnwinin? I believe. Or is the... I don't know why I've drawn a blank on the person's name. Knights of the Round Table. Crap. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the name. But anyway, yeah, you know, if you're Excalibur, Knights of the Round Table, Merlin, and I'm drawing a blank. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll get it. But I thought that was his sword. You say that the other will take the sword. You say that you will take the sword instead of the gold. The others are not that interested in the sword anyway, so they nod. Enad and Nissel split the pile of gold and bid farewell. Alright, we got a sword. You stop by a liquor store in town. You are chewing on dried deer meat and enjoying a cold beer. That sounds like a modern take right there. It really does. You stop by a liquor store and get some deer jerky. Enjoying your cold beer. Great. When a muscular man approaches you, how about a bet? 10 gold on who's better at arm wrestling. What do you say? Look, I just opened a freaking big-ass stone door in a crypt, bro. And I got a sword. I think I can handle this. Booyah. Told you. You flip him over and win. You flip him over and win. Get out of my way. He scratches his head and hands you the gold. You're stronger than you look. He leaves to search for another contestant. Go waste your money. Alright, you arrive at a big city where supplies come in from all over the empire. In the commercial district, you find a number of various shops, such as a blacksmith shop, an adventure shop, and a shop that sells magical items. Choices. We could go to the adventure shop. What do you have? Mithril Spiked Gauntlet. How much? A lot of money. And I don't have that kind of money. Fish. Health +1. Okay. Wait, its temper is so urgent that it dies the moment it is caught. Really? Slime Kite Shield, $96. Poison, blocking, spell casting. Well, we're not really casting spells, so... Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Can I? $73? Well, let's leave that. Oh. Wow, really? That's worse. It's worth $242. Damn. I was hoping that'd be better. I mean, if I got a shield to go with it, it'd probably be pretty good. As you're walking the streets as usual, you feel a sudden premonition. What's... Oh, okay. Oh, that's because we're still in the inventory. As you're walking the streets as usual, you feel a sudden premonition. Your body becomes cold, and you feel your body hair standing on therein. As soon as you feel like your body is having cramps all over, the space you're standing in itself shakes slightly. The rocks on the ground seem to float into the air as if giving into the vibration. And all of a sudden, everything goes dark. You seem to be floating around in the void. In total darkness, no stars to be seen. I don't think you should struggle. I will wait. You stay still and wait for your senses to adjust. After some time, that you can't decide was an eternity or an instant passes. You realize that both your legs are standing on the floor. It's still dark everywhere, but you see a glimmer of light before you and head there. It's a small house made of wood and stone that gives off a subtle glow in the pitch black darkness. Open the door. When you open the door, the smell of burning incense and a gravelly voice greets you. Welcome, my friend. Is this your first visit? Have we already met? Well, it doesn't matter. Please, take off your shoes before coming in. Is it Volga? In the middle of an empty room is a small brazier, and next to it sits a man who appears to be the owner. The owner of this bizarre hut has an appearance somewhere between a human and a lizard. His skin is covered in scales, and a few strands of blue beard remain at the end of his unusually long, protruding chin. He has several scars on his body. The larger one runs across his left eye, which is shut tight, lifeless, probably due to the scar. Strange, the fire is a bit weak today. Isn't it a little cold? As he raises his left arm and rummages through the brazier, a clear blue flame rises and disappears. The scent that you smelled when you entered the room fills the room. As he puts the poker down, his right sleeve, drooping down from the lack of his right arm, catches your eye. The white dagger called me. I'll appraise it if you want to bring out its true power, but... He pauses for a moment and then opens his mouth again. It might fail. Okay, let's do it. Card went in. A strange-looking appraiser takes a close look at the weapon and speaks. Card went in. The Night King's dagger, but the original owner was not the Night King. Its original owner was the Blacksmith King Numenor. He was the king of the proud warrior tribe. He searched for the perfect weapon that would fit him, the greatest warrior, and at the end decided to forge one himself. So he invited and catered famous blacksmiths and sorcerers from all around the world, even kidnapping, threatening some of them, learning the necessary skills. As he as he rummages through the brazier, sparks pop up, and scent rises again. Then complete the weapon. As you can see, it's definitely a great one. The king boasted his new weapon, challenging everyone. Of course, the king had no doubt about his victory, but that was his mistake. While he was becoming a top-tier blacksmith, he was becoming weaker and weaker as a warrior. The loyalty of his followers diminished, and he was challenged by many knights seeking to capture the throne. Eventually, he met his end. He pulls out something that looks like a yellow piece of wood from his pockets and throws it into the fire. A blue fire sparks, and the subtle scent becomes clearer. His scarred face now has a satisfactory grin. The dagger went through countless changes of its owner amidst the struggle of the greedy, and it already forgot who the first owner was. Having finished his words, he throws the dagger into the fire, telling you to wait for a bit. Alright, wait for the result. Ah, damn. He puts the dagger heated up blue in your hands. You're startled, but you don't feel any heat at all. Soon the weapon turns to ashes in your hands. Ah, that's unfortunate. But this is but one of many destinies. So don't be disappointed. See you again, friend. Shall that paths cross again? As soon as he finishes, the darkness surrounds you. After closing and opening your eyes, you are somehow in the place you were before. The only evidence that proves what just happened was not a dream is the handful of ashes in your hand. Excuse me. The sky turns from blue to gray in a matter of seconds, and it starts to rain. You find a cave nearby, enter it. Hurry! Its screeching echo pierces your ears. Apparently, you are not alone. You take out your weapon and prepare to fight. Hurrah! The sound is coming from straight above you. You look up and see a vampire bat swooping down, fangs out. Alright. Well, unfortunately, that's where we're going to stop. This has been great, but man, that's a lot of reading. Very cool game, very neat. Check it out if you want. I'll have the link down to the Steam page and the Google page. Or not Steam page, sorry, the website and the Google page for the game if you want to go check it on out. And thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps. Gree.